Rabbi Fish is his name. And he proclaimed that the Messiah will be here before the elections on April 9th. And, you know, they don't particularly make predictions. I do. They usually don't. So with them making a prediction that the Messiah is going to be here, that he's already on earth right now, and they're like preparing the way. Yup. Stephen James DeShawn is going to be announced as the Messiah. I know, it's crazy. It's true, but I mean, look, Steve will tell you himself. I already told you. I told you so. The frickin' Craft proves it. It says it. I mean, you know, I mixed up some words to make it say what it says. I'm the master of the craft. So that only confirms that March 20th-ish, 20-ish, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, my flight is going to be not in the winter, but on the Sabbath for good. It's because I was promised that I will never be on YouTube again, because you can't have me on YouTube with Steve out there in the mainstream media, you know, being announced as the Messiah. I mean, the people that already know him, right? You know, you guys that work for him, yeah, you know, it depends on the level of deceit. Like, which degree are you guys in the Masonic world? Like, what level are you, and do you know? Then there's the people that work side by side with them. They know damn well that it's just, you know, it's all hoax. It's literally a hoax. And so he's going to be announced as the Messiah on the 21st, I believe it is. I think I said that already. Yeah. So on the 21st, and then it's 10 days until the big old April Fool's joke, and then 7 more days, which is 17 full days, until we have 40 days. I don't know if they're gonna proclaim it in some way. They might. Let's see. Here I go with my predictions again. I mean, once Steve is announced as the Messiah, right? It might be 40 days from that point. But the Messiah has to come before the rapture. And according to the script. So the rapture, you know, once Steve is walking the earth on TV now, because look, I don't think his ego can allow him to only be famous to the underground world and not to the entire world. The entire world has to know. They have to know. They have to know Stephen James DeShawn. They have to be willing to know and discern for themselves, either laugh or be like, huh? Like, I mean, a lot of people are going to be fooled, for sure. They're going to be watching TV and Trump's going to, he's going to like announce Stephen. Oh, man. It's just, it's, you know, again, I'm honored to have known you, Steve, because at this moment, you know, nobody really knows who you are except for your employees and your colleagues. And I found out who you were without having to be one of your employees or one of your colleagues. And that's the greatest feeling, I think, when it comes to the whole YouTube debacle, is that I know who you are. And you're going to be the most famous person in the world, and I'm going to make sure I let people know that I know who you are. That's why I share your videos with certain people, so that way when it does happen, they're going to know. And just in case if they were a little iffy about the Messiah, if they had like thoughts maybe they're being fooled or whatever, they'll definitely know ahead of time. And then so you'll be announcing the Gematria book. You will start really like teaching people. I mean, I don't know, you might even have your own damn TV show. Who knows? But really, your own TV show is being announced by Trump. Kind of like how Hitler was announced by the president. You know, he was like bowing down to him. You know, 555 and then 666. How many years ago? So that was in 1933. So 70 would be 3, 80, 86 years ago? Yeah. It's 86 years ago. On March 23rd, right? What was March 30th? Oh, March 30th was when he joined. Okay. But he was announced 10 years later. 9 years and some change, just about. So yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Steve is going to be announced the Messiah. And he's going to make a smooth transition, too. Like it's nothing. Like, he's going to go... He ain't going to mention me when he's up there. I mean, he should, because he should mention me as, like, the Antichrist. Like, yeah, you know, I know who the Antichrist is. His name is Rabbi Henry Tees. That would be funny. I would crack up, dying, laughing if I seen that on TV. I mean, why not, Steve? Give me a shout out. You know what I mean? Or just be like, Rabbi. That'd be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious either way, just seeing you up there. It's like I have a television set in front of my face at all times, and I'm just like watching what is ahead. That's my television, like, and this. I watch. It's like, oh my God, wow, look at that, there's Steve right there. Oh man, look at Trump announcing him. That's literally what I see, like, with my eye. And again, you know, not everything comes true that I see, but you know, hey, maybe a lot of things I said that I don't remember will come true. I was just a year in advance, but that's why I got to remind people of the year in advance, because a year goes by and you'll forget that I said that this was going to happen beforehand, because I'm telling you that I know it's going to happen because I have a television set in front of me. And it's telling me. It's not telling me a lie. It's telling me the truth. It's not the crystal ball, like you know, you look into the crystal ball. It's like it's like an eye full of visions that I see. So the 21st of March, and then you got 2 months. So you basically got like 60 days to be in the limelight. But you truly, according to the Bible, where you're not admitting where you're at, you truly do take the reign after Trump gets raptured. You and Trump, but I take you are both getting raptured. and then Obama takes over as the Antichrist for a few days, and then America gets blown up right when the Wooders are abated, and Noah's sitting there. He's just like, after the 40 days, he opens up the window of the ark that he made, right? And that's when the sun, well, at first he opens it up around the 17th, 18th, and he sees that there's still no truth going on. So that's why he sits back and waits another 7 days. He sends forth the dove, right? And the dove comes back with an olive leaf plucked off. You know, a week after the rapture, the olive leaf is plucked off, but there's still a little bit of truth because, and faith, because it's just a leaf. You know, it's not like a branch. It's an olive leaf plucked off, and so that's why Noah knew that the Wooders were abated, not is abated. Like the Wooders, he knew that the gospel was abated, was past tense. So as he's 7 days beforehand, he's in the ark. He lifts his head up out the window. The Wooders aren't abated. He knows that because the dove found no rest for its soul. You know, everybody's soul hasn't rested yet. So that's why he comes back. And then he pokes his head out 7 days later. The dove comes back with olive leaf plucked off. And he knew that the Wooders were abated, you know, 3.5 days beforehand. And then, because he knew that they were abated, and he seen the olive leaf plucked off, and he knew that there was a transition of the people that day on for the next 7 days is when everybody starts, you know, because the mustard seed was thrown out there and it dropped, and then the sun, because the sun wasn't there 3 days beforehand, the sun will shine and it will start to allow the seed to go into good soil, and it'll start to blossom. And that's when the truth will, it'll be known. And then that's when, after the 7 days, the dove, you ever notice how it says that it returned not again? Well, because it found rest for its soul. It returned before because it didn't find rest for its soul. Therefore, I'm in a roadblock right now. So he found no rest for his soul, and then he did find rest for his soul when he didn't come back. That's telling you the explanation as to why he didn't come back. And so that's when Steve really does reign for those 3.5 days after Obama is destroyed, because America is destroyed. America will be abated, all right? May 21st. Well, Robin, what if, oh, you said it before, oh, man, you were like 365 days ahead of time, you know what I mean? Like, you were wrong before, and you're going to be wrong again. Yeah, oh, you're going to be crying one way or another. Either crying, dying, laughing, or crying because you're surprised and scared to death because you're going to see all this fear and terror, the images and stuff like that you're going to see appearing all over the television set and all throughout the sky in your firmament that is 100% man-made, fictitious, acting as if they're God. And hey, look, you guys put on a nice try, you know what I mean? It was a good try while it lasted. But it's over now. It must have been good, but you guys lost it somehow.